This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. We are hanging out here at GalaxyCon Richmond. My guest this week, Ravassa. How are you doing?
Ravassa.
We're going to do this again. I said it right the first time.
It's okay.
I said it right in the panel.
Keep this. I like it.
All right, Ravassa.
Happens every day in my life.
Yeah. You know, like, the thing is, like, I'm sitting there saying, don't say Carolina, don't say Carolina.
No, I know. I think it happens to everybody. They get in their head and then they say Carolina, and then they go,
yeah.
Ah!
And then I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. I got it right
It's okay.
on the...
It's okay. And my brain goes,
Right. Yeah. So, you know, as long as you know.
I'm cool.
As long as you know.
It happens.
Whatever.
It's okay.
So, yeah, so we're hanging out here at GalaxyCon, and you mentioned that this is your first time in Richmond, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you able to get in town early to do any of the cool little things that's around? Like, there's an Edgar Allan Poe museum.
I know. There's a lot of historical things here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time for that, but I went on a late evening jog yesterday, and I jogged past the Civil Rights Museum.
Oh, that's pretty
And I
cool.
saw some really cool statues and memorial sites. And I mean, I kind of saw a little bit of Richmond on my jog, and it was beautiful, and the sun was setting. But I didn't get to actually go into these places. Too little time.
Yeah. So do you ever get time during these conventions to be able to go and do some sightseeing?
Yeah,
like, do you
sometimes.
request it? Like, hey, can you fly me out a day early?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I had just done a con where I was there 5 days because I was visiting friends also from
cool.
childhood. So sometimes some cons go longer than others, and this one, unfortunately, I couldn't extend. But I do try to do that because I love traveling and seeing new cities and what they have to offer.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of traveling and doing that. So will you be at some more of GalaxyCons? As far as
I hope in the future. So far, none slated, but we're on good terms, so I think I'll be back with them.
yeah, I really
at some
hope so.
point.
We had a fun little panel yesterday.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, the place was loud. They were like, I had somebody who was like, man, I thought John Barrowman was in there.
Oh, funny.
It's true. Yeah.
Wow, if we get compared to that, that's a good one.
Yeah, so good. So
We weren't even dressed in drag.
we could have next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Next time, like Louisville or Minneapolis or something.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Or Raleigh.
Raleigh, yes. Have you been to any of those places? We have Raleigh, Louisville, and Minnesota coming up.
I did Louisville last December.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, so I have not done Raleigh or Minneapolis. Hopefully we'll do that. We'll see.
It's cold because it's going to be in November. So like, you're South American, right? So like, how do you do in the cold weather?
Well, listen, I lived in Boston for 4 years and in New York for 10 and in Rhode Island for 2. So that's half of my life living in cities that are very cold. And now I'm in LA, and I've never been happier in the
perfect.
sun.
We're out in LA, like.
I'm on the east side in Silver Lake.
Oh, awesome. Do you ever go out and just do touristy stuff just to go do it? You know, like
Yeah.
Hollywood Boulevard and that type stuff.
Well, Hollywood Boulevard not so much because it's just always a mess. But I do the hikes. I've gone to the Getty Museum. I do all that sorts of.
Oh, that's
fun
pretty
stuff.
cool. Yeah. Or when friends come in, they always want to like.
Always.
That's
And I took my parents around to see stuff. So.
You ever go bother Josh over at the Universal?
You know, the day I went, he was not there. I
What?
was very bummed. Yeah.
Did you go and get the butterbeer from the Harry Potter?
No.
What?
I went to the Harry Potter land, but I didn't know about the butterbeer.
The butterbeer, and they have two versions. They have just regular cold, but then they have frozen butterbeer.
So explain this to me.
So it's like it's almost like a slush.
Oh,
It's like a slush, and it
Okay.
has like a little foam on the top of it. It's great.
delicious.
Yeah,
I
it's delicious.
haven't had it.
So
Okay.
like, do you like butterscotch candy?
Yeah,
And cream soda. Do you like cream soda?
I do.
It's like somebody put a butterscotch candy in cream soda.
Those together might be a little too sweet for me.
Oh, it's
so I don't know.
It's
We'll
so
see.
good. Are you a fan of the Harry Potters though?
Yeah, I've watched them all. I can't keep them straight now, but yes.
Right. And did you read the books before you watched them?
No.
Sames.
I was a little older when they started coming out. My little sister grew up on them and she read them all. That's kind of what got her reading, but so I didn't read them. No.
So a thing we like to do here on the Milo Beasley Show is called the Top 5. We're asking you a random question. This one is either going to be really easy or really hard.
Okay.
Top 5 moments doing conventions that you've totally fangirled out at.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so crazy. I used to watch Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid, and the guy who does the voice of Gopher.
Gopher.
Gopher. Hey, sunny summer squash. I can't do it properly, but when he did it, I was like, that's my childhood. Whoa.
That's amazing.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh,
We met Chris
obviously.
Hemsworth in Australia. I recently met Paul Rudd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And he looks just like Clueless, right?
He has not changed in 25 years or 20 years, whatever the
Right.
anniversary is. Yeah. Who else? There's a lot of them. I met David Harewood. Also, he's in Homeland and Supergirl, and he was just a joy to get to know and stuff. Trying to think. I also met the guys from Smallville.
Oh.
Tom Welling and Michael
You a big Smallville fan
Rosenbaum.
then?
Sorry?
You a huge Smallville fan then?
You know, I didn't watch it too much, but oh my God, they were dreamy, you know? So then
She's
to
like, I
see
don't-
them now as an adult, I'm like, you know, my little sister used to watch it all the time too with my dad. So I don't know, it's like reminiscing on childhood stuff.
So these cons are a good place. It's really weird
They
to see 'cause
are.
you could just be sitting there eating a sandwich and Alice Cooper rolls up next to you.
Well, that's been happening a lot. He's so funny. He always he'll be like eating cookies in the green room next to us. And it is a little bizarre. It's like, what's happening?
All right,
Yeah.
so before we wrap up, where can folks find you on the social medias?
The
Plug anything you
socials.
want.
So my Instagram is just my last name, Ravassa. My Twitter is Carolina Ravassa, my full name. And Facebook is Carolina Ravassa, the Hispanglo-Saxon. I do a YouTube series on YouTube, and it's called Hispanglo-Saxon. It's a sketch comedy web series, and I make fun of myself. And now I have had guest stars on every episode, and I had Johnny Cruz, and yeah, a lot of friends from Overwatch are on there. Anjali Bhimani, Theodore Chin, Lucy Pohl, Jen Cohn, Gaku Space. It's really fun, so check it out.
People love that Lucy Pohl.
They do. She's a
Her
wonderful
lines
lady.
are ridiculous.
They are.
All right.
Some bras are better. And some bra gets to boot people.
Yep. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Look up and you see somebody, who has been that one person that you really fangirled out about?
Well, today,